Are we rolling? What's going on, everybody? George Osei back at it again with another video. This time, I'll tell you about the time that I was catfished. I was at this event called the Grifties, and this event is at a comedy show. And at the comedy show, I told this person to come and join me. It's gonna be a grand old time. Now, this catfish story, we have to go back and talk about how yes, Amazon does have everything. This catfish story, yes, we have to go back a little bit because I'm divorced now. I didn't want to hop back in the dating pool the same exact way because I don't want the same problems. I want new problems.
I want problems always.
And so I decided, let me try out being a sugar daddy. Now, I'm not going to reveal the websites, but there is a process that I've been developing and working on about how I pick who I want to be with and hang out with. And, you know, some of like the preliminary questions, are, pretty obvious. Like, are you a man or a woman? I got to know. This is quite important. I do live in the New Jersey, New York area, and there are a lot of them type of people walking around. And so the next part of the vetting is to verify if who you look like in the pictures is actually who you are, right? And then, of course, what you're looking for, what I'm looking for, and see where we meet in the middle. And so I was minding my business and I was contacted by somebody. Now, on this platform, I like to be on the premium tier because I ain't got time to waste, you know. And this person hit me up. I was like, all right, we strike up a conversation and it seems to be going well. I'm like, all right, bet. Here's my number. Not my real number, but here's a number so we can talk off here. And I send my number. I put my phone down and I walk away because I'm at work. And I see my phone buzzing like crazy. And in my brain, I'm like, okay, is this person who I gave my number to? And usually, when my phone starts buzzing like that, I'm getting pictures and stuff like that where my first thought is this is a red flag because obviously this person wants to sell me OnlyFans content. But hold on, let me fix my banner. This was not that. So I went over, I picked up my phone and I'm looking at it. I'm like, who is this? This don't look like the person I was talking to off the website. So I asked her, who is this? And she's like, oh, well, I have very distinct features. And there are people I know that also frequent this website. I didn't want them to know that it was me. I'm like, nah, we're gonna have to FaceTime. Like this is crazy. This is crazy. So we FaceTime, and the person on the FaceTime looks like these new sets of pictures and videos. And I'm like, bruh, you're a little person. I'm like, listen, I'm 6 feet. How tall are you? And she's like, "Oh, I'm 4'1". I'm like, 4'1"? Like, how's that gonna work? Like, like that's crazy. And she's like, he looks right at me. She's like, "Well, I can handle whatever you have." So I went back, I looked at her pictures, and for her size, she did have some big ass titties. So I was like, all right, listen, I'm going to a show over the weekend. Come out and join me. I'll pick you up from the train station, and then we'll go straight to the show. Just wear all black. She's like, all right, cool. I bet. So the day before, I contact her to touch base, like, hey, is everything okay? Are you still are we still meeting up tomorrow? And she agrees, yes. Now this is the part where I'm like, all right, cool. She's locked in, because I was with one of my regulars who I would have taken to the show, but for her size, this little person has some big ass titties. So I was just trying to see what that was about. So I didn't even mention it to my regular. Now, the following day goes down. I'm at work. And as I'm leaving work, I'd be like, yo, hit me up when you're on your way to the train station so I can meet you. I don't look back at my phone, go home, I'm getting ready. And then as I'm getting dressed, I was like, hold up. What's I supposed to look at my phone? I'm like, whoa, don't look at my phone. I'm looking at messages. No response. I call. She don't pick up. I text. She don't text back. I'm like, all right. I see what's happening here. Whatever. Place I'm going to, I'm gonna still have a good time. And I did. People bought me some drinks, made some friends, you know, laughed, had some good laughs, but I just can't believe that this little person who initially catfished me found out was just a little too busy for me. I was not expecting that. So, but for her size, she did have some big ass titties, though. I'll give her that. I'll give her that. And she was a sweet girl too when we were talking, but it just didn't work out. But never fear. Well, never fret. The catfish situation could have been much worse. I think I got off easy. But I'm thinking about maybe doing some of these little stories about this dating life that I'm taking on. But we'll see how this dude does. But yes, I am George Osei. I got nothing more to say. Wherever you see this, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back soon. Y'all have a good night.